I get asked fairly frequently if homeschooling is worth it. For me, I would say unequivocally, it is absolutely worth it. And there are three things that I have really found that I don't know that this is specific to homeschooling actually. I think these are the three things that are going to make parenting feel worth it, that are going to make having a family feel worth it, that are going to homeschool. If you choose to homeschool, it will make it feel worth it. You need to create systems for everything that you don't like to do. If it is miserable for you, create a system. Create a repeating thing that just happens that you're like, okay, once that first domino goes over, click, 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 I'm going to just do all the steps. Maybe laundry, maybe you hate your laundry and that's something you don't look forward to. Have something that triggers it, and I'm going downstairs for the day, I will just bring a basket with me and dump it in the washing machine, and you start that system. Once you have systems in place for everything that you don't like doing, you kind of remove a lot of that pressure that is taking up so much of the time. A lot of people who say, is this worth it? I think that's stemming from the place where they're saying, all of my time is spent doing things that are hard or that I don't really like doing, or maybe it's things that I actually do like doing and I don't want to lose those things. And I think creating systems for the things that you don't like doing is really important for keeping the time open for the things that you do want to do. So either open up that time if you didn't have it, or keep it open if you do already have that time. Because it is important to have time for yourself to be doing things that you're interested in. So creating systems is the first thing that I think is really vitally important to be able to have a homeschool function, or even just a family. You want to have systems in place for things that you don't like doing specifically. You can have systems for everything, but especially for the things that you do not enjoy. You want to just have all of the decision making and all of the process already taken care of, so that that just is on autopilot, and you just take that first step and it automatically happens. The second thing that really plays into whether or not it's worth it to homeschool is your environment. If you have a really, and I mean, not like the outside environment, but your home environment. If you have an environment where people are feeling loved, where people are excited about learning, where you are excited about learning, where you're all pursuing your individual interests and finding things that are new and discovering and developing and giving to other people, constantly finding a way to give back to the world, then it is a really exciting experience to have. I would think more so than public school, because you're kind of limited in public school. Your time with your kids is really limited. In homeschool, a lot of options are open to you, because you can spend that time making sure that your environment is working in your favor, is creating that space where it has a bookshelf for the kids to read from. You have a craft area that they can play from, and maybe you can close that if that's a really stressful thing for you, that you can shut that down and it's not all the time. But you've created of your environment something that is not only loving and encouraging, but also very pro-learning. It can make homeschooling absolutely worth it and very effective. And the last thing that I think really plays in to whether or not homeschooling is a good and worth it experience for you is the ability to nurture relationships. And again, I don't think that this is limited to homeschooling, but it definitely plays in with homeschooling, that you want to be able to take the time and do the things that really nurture your relationships with your kids, and even with people that are outside of your home. That's the real work of motherhood. That is the real work of education, is relationships. But we kind of get caught up in laundry and cooking and cleaning and even English and math, and we kind of forget that relationships are the core and are the purpose of everything. We also enjoy learning all these other things, but we only can learn them once we have a good relationship, and we learn them so that we can improve relationships with other people, whether that be, hey, I'm going to pursue math and then use that to make the world a better place for other people, or get us to Mars, or whatever it is. All of these skills start from a place of a good relationship, and they move through the relationship as you are helping them with math or helping them with English. It's all based on your relationship with them, is how they are willing and able to progress through that. And then they get out into the world, and that knowledge becomes something that they can work with other people. So every bit of knowledge is really tied to our interactions with others, with our relationships with each other and our relationships with other people. It really is about the people. And so, is it worth it? Yes, it is absolutely worth it. You're doing things that change the world. You're doing things that make this life so amazing and make the people give the people in your family an opportunity to become truly amazing. It is absolutely worth it. You do have to take steps to make it work for you, but just creating systems, protecting your environment, and nourishing the relationships around you will make it absolutely worth it. So I hope you have a wonderful journey with homeschooling. I hope you, if you choose not to homeschool and that's just not right for you, I hope that you still use these 3 tools so that you can have a really effective family, because being a mom really, really matters, and you're doing a much better job than you think you are. Thank you. I will catch you on the next one.